I really don't want to feel sick anymore. I don't want to feel that cinder block feeling when I wake up. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and feel like puking. Like there's nothing I can do. Like it's out of my control. I should not be trying to control things because God needs to be controlling them. But in moments when you're weak, it's really hard. It's really hard. I want to make a difference. I want to be the person that God intends me to be, but I'm so weak. I'm strong, but I'm weak. I feel that I'm stronger than most people, but I'm not nearly as strong as I could be because I give in to temptation too easily, because I have this problem with temporary happiness and needing it and wanting it, and always feeling that if I have enough temporary happiness, it will technically be long-term happiness. Because if you're temporarily happy back to back to back to back, wouldn't that technically be, long-term happiness? No, because temporary happiness isn't even happiness at all. It's when you're weak and I don't even know. It's just not real. It's temporary and false. Because it feels so good, but in the back of your mind, you know, but you just shove it back. I've been here before. I have been here so many times. I should learn, but I'm realizing that now it is different. Each time that I go through something that I feel like I've been through this before, I have technically, but it's different each time. I'm different each time, and I learn something new from it. I don't keep failing over and over and over again. I keep learning over and over and over again. There are moments like right now, and when I'm reading the Bible and listening to worship music and praying and talking to God, that I feel like I'm fine. I feel like nothing matters. That's my reality. But then my earthly reality comes into play. And that's what we all consider the true reality, which it's not. But when speaking of reality, the reality that we have here on earth is the definition of it. So basically, when I get into that reality, I feel sick. I feel so sick. I feel so sick. And it's so painful. And it's so painful that I don't understand how anybody cannot have God and still endure these things. It is so, I don't get it. I don't get it. And maybe that's because they're not truly enduring these things. They're shielding. This is where all the negative traits come from. I mean, they're putting up walls and they're not living life to the fullest. Right now I feel like I can do anything, but I know as soon as I fall asleep, I'm gonna dream. I'm gonna dream of temptation. And then when I wake up, I'm gonna be weak. I'm gonna have that cinder block feeling. My heart's gonna skip a beat. I'm gonna feel sick, and I'm gonna feel like I just jumped back into this reality, which is truly a false reality because it isn't with God in it. And then I have to gain my strength back, and I have to reboot myself as a Christian. And it sounds so difficult, but it is so worth it. It is so worth it. It makes me so sad how many people I love and how I know that I love them in this earthly reality, but when I truly speak to God and talk to Him, and I can find my selflessness, my real selflessness, because I'm so selfish. I'm so selfish, it bugs. I hate it so much. And I love people who love me, but when I turn to God, I love them and I feel for them, and I just don't know how they could be living without you. They seem fine, they seem so happy, but no one realizes, no one cares, I guess. I don't know. I don't realize that just because you're happy on earth doesn't mean you've got it good. It does not mean you've got it good. You can have the best life on earth and everything can go good for you and you can be so lucky, but that's it. That's all you have. That's the definition of earth reality, and that's the definition of temporary happiness. Because this being on this planet, it seems like such a lifetime, but it's so temporary. And I often forget it, I know, but it's so temporary, it's not even funny. I want people to look at eternity and see that as their future and not tomorrow. Tomorrow's not the future. Tomorrow's the present. Every day on earth is the present, because this is a temporary place. This is where we have our lessons, learn our lessons. This is where we sin. This is where imperfectness is okay. And then we become saved. This is where we become saved. The world is bad. The world is so bad. It's because the devil rules it. Every time something is wrong and something is bad, it's not from God. He's allowing it to happen, but you have to know Him, you have to understand Him. It's too hard to explain in such a short time, but this is a fallen planet. This is a fallen earth. This is a fallen reality. This is from Satan. This is Satan's earth. This is what he rules. This is why we can be tempted and bad things can happen, but good things come out of problems. They help you to grow, and it's just, I don't understand how people can understand and comprehend science or false things, or they can wrap their mind around such huge ideals, but they can't wrap their mind around God. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me at all. They're so quick to push him away. They say, how can you believe in that? How can you believe in faith? It's so stupid. It's so stupid when people say that. It's just so ignorant. It's so ignorant. And I can't find the words to explain it. Because there are no words. If people would just understand that there are no words. Science has words that validates it. That's why everyone is so quick to accept it. It's so stupid. But at least I know that the worse the world gets, the closer it is to the end. It's so simple. It's so simple and so sad. And I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to have Jesus in my life. It's just, I cannot express it. I can't express many things, but this is something that you have to feel, something you have to know. And you just have to trust him. Because what you think you know is right it's not right. Your opinions are based on the standards on this earth, in this universe. We know nothing more. Our brains are so small compared to Jesus and God and his everything. And that's why it's called faith and blind faith, because he doesn't expect us to understand. He expects us to believe and trust. And it's so huge. And it's hard. It is so hard. But it is so worth it and it is so true. And I will tell everybody that you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time if you are not with him, if you do not accept him. You are living like a fish to eat, breathe, sleep, poop, have problems, have temporary happiness, and die. And then eternally live in the depths. I'm going to stop there. I love everybody. And I accept everybody. And I understand why people do the things that they do. And I love it. I love everybody. I love the atheists. I love the pagans. I love the whatevers, I love them. Because Jesus loves them. Jesus loves everybody, and I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm not perfect. I don't even read my Bible because I don't like reading, and it's a sad truth, and I really need to do it, but it doesn't make me a bad person. It just makes me lazy and kind of shrugging off something that God wants me to do. But I am saved. I do love him. I am his. He is mine. He is in me. I just want other people to feel what I feel and understand. And it's hard for me to get these words out because so many people have bad stereotype in their head about Christians, but to me, Christianity is just a word. So somebody can, how do I put this? It's just, I can't. It's like a label. It's a label so people can comprehend and wrap their mind around a sliver of what it means to follow Christ. But people turn that, and they say you're a Christian, So you hate gays and just, you know, you don't do this, you don't do that, and you have to do this, or else you go to hell, or this and that and that, and oh, there's rules, and no, there's no rules, It's so hard to express to people that there are no rules. It's so simple, it is sad. It is so simple, it is sad how much of a wrath it gets, but as much pain and all this bad stuff is thrown towards Christians, it should show you how true it is. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see people constantly hating on, let's just say, Buddhists, for example. Oh, you're Buddhist? That's super cool. Oh, you're a Christian? Oh, that's cool. God, they're super judgmental, and oh, gotta watch out for that girl. She's a Christian. You know, she's not gonna accept me. If you know me, I'm the most accepting, loving person that I can be. I'm so not perfect. Nobody's perfect. God's perfect, but that's a whole nother story. Just I want people to know him. I want the Christians and the conservatives and all of them to re-evaluate what it means to be a Christian, or more or less no religion, just be a follower of Christ. Be saved, believe in the Trinity, believe that Jesus was God's Son, and give yourself to him, and then work on yourself. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there, but as the first step. But anyways, I pray for those Christians who force their religion and Jesus on people, and they mean well, but they're the whole reason people like me are scared to talk about Christ, because everyone has this bad stereotype. Christ is so good. God is so good. He's so good, and he gave you life. He didn't need us, but he gave us life, and it's hard to comprehend it, and we gotta thank him every day for it. You want to look around, and all the beauty that you see in things, it's created from him. He created that. And people who want to believe in the Big Bang, I mean, I'm not judging these people. I'm not judging these people. I love you. I love these people. But it's not true. And you can ask me to prove it, and I won't be able to. God will prove it to you if you ask him to, and I promise I will put my life on that. I will put my life on that. I swear, I promise. It's so true. It is hard. It is so it is so hard. Especially when the world is only getting worse and less Christians, and these are still people made by God, so they're still wonderful people. They have great morals, and they're so wonderful, and they're so good. They're so good, but they don't have God. It's just, it's very sad, and it's very hard, because I don't walk away from these people. I love them because they are my family. But they don't have God. And sometimes that pulls me away from God. And it's so hard. I think I'm in this reality, this false reality. And I am. I'm in this false earth reality until I remember where I came from, who gave me life. Everything I know about God is because of reading things like this and my grandparents, my guardian angels, my grandparents, but most of all, my experiences. I can tell everybody all my experiences, but they would never understand because they have not felt them. They have not felt Him. So, I need to go to church. I do. And God doesn't hate me, doesn't punish me for not going to church, but it's just the right thing to do. And I need to read my Bible. It's going to be even harder for me to read my Bible. So I take on things like the purpose-driven life, someone who analyzes the Bible correctly and then basically talks to me as I read. Because I get lost. I love you. I love whoever that's to, you murderers, the thieves, the rapists, the bad people on this earth, the non-Christians, the Satanists, I love you, and I love the Christians. And I love my friends. I love you, my family. I love you, God. I love everybody. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to love people. You're supposed to forgive people. Everything that I am, everything unique about me that doesn't stand for the type of person I'm supposed to be is because I have God. If I seem different in a good way, if you can't put your finger on why I'm unique, some people, I'm not. It's just so hard to explain. It's because of God. It's so hard to explain that because no one understands. No one gets it. And that's also my problem because I don't show it enough. I don't talk about it enough. I'm just so scared. One reason I don't show it enough is because all my friends, and I'm talking all my friends. I have those few that are, I'm Christian. Okay. I believe in God. Okay. Do you know what it means to be Christian? Do you know what it means to be a follower? Do you know what it means to accept Him? Maybe you do. Maybe you do. And that's between you and God. But all I know is that there are not many people connected to me that have the faith that I have, and it makes me struggle a lot. A lot. And I'm so vulnerable right now. I might even be embarrassed I even recorded myself for whatever reason. I was going to record myself for like 2 minutes and watch myself be sad and try to pick myself up. And now going on 25 minutes, it's me wanting to make a difference. And even if I don't make a difference, I just want people to understand. I never want to force anything on anybody. I will always pray for you, and I will always want you to believe what I believe, but I will never force it. I will never force it. Because it's out of my control. I'm not, has nothing to do with me. I mean, I just work for God. I'm here for God. I work for Him. My whole purpose for being on this earth is to share. However I can do that. I need to stop being so scared to make people run away. It just doesn't look good. I mean, even personally, when I see like a Christian person and they're just like, oh, Jesus this and He's so great, like, it freaks me out. It freaks me out. I don't like that. I mean, I feel super uncomfortable at church. I hate going to church. Oh, I'm sorry, but I mean, I really do. I feel so uncomfortable. I feel so out of place. And that's wrong. It is so wrong. But it is because I'm scared. Society has scared me to be who I am. In a society where we are most accepted to be who we are, I am most afraid to be who I am. Because I am a follower of Christ. If I was anything else, maybe. In this extremely liberal and forgiving society, I will find many are not forgiving of what I believe, and it's not fair, and it's surreal to me. If people just listen to what I'm saying, I'm expressing how I feel. I'm not expressing how I want. Of course I want people to feel this way, but I'm not expressing that I expect anyone to feel the way that I do. I'm expressing that I am expecting people to understand, that I want people to understand. And just accept that I am here on this earth as a human being who follows Christ. If you don't want to follow Christ, that is between you and Him. But I am here to do my job. And I love you. I really do. I really do. And He does too.